Hey everyone, if you're running a shop or doing contract welding and need a machine that can handle just about anything, this Miller Electric Multiprocess Welder might be exactly what you're looking for. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been testing this thing for a few weeks now, and it's honestly impressive how smooth it runs across different jobs. Whether you're MIG welding, stick welding, or even running flux cord wire, this machine adapts without throwing a fit. I've used it on everything from light fabrication to heavier structural work, and the arc stability is solid, no frustrating starts or stops. That's a big deal when you're on a deadline and don't have time to babysit the machine. One thing I really like is the input range. It works on 208V all the way up to 575V, which is super handy if your shop has different power setups or you're working on job sites with varying electrical systems. I've plugged it into older 208V outlets and newer 480V setups without any issues, and it fires right up every time. That kind of flexibility means you're not stuck waiting for the right power source to show up. Portability is another big win here. Even though it's a full-sized welder, Miller made it manageable enough to move around with the optional Easy Latch running gear. I've wheeled it from bay to bay in my shop and even loaded it into a truck for a small job site. The handles are sturdy, and the wheels roll smoothly over concrete floors and uneven ground. If you're someone who moves around a lot for work, this is a practical feature that saves time and hassle. For contract welders, the multi-process capability is a game-saver. I've had jobs where I needed to switch from MIG to stick in the middle of a project, and doing it with one machine instead of two just makes life easier. The controls are straightforward, too, no confusing menus or hidden settings. You get to the settings you need quickly, which is great when you're in the middle of a weld and don't want to waste time fumbling around. I also appreciate the build quality. Miller's reputation for durable equipment isn't just talk, this welder feels solid. The case is tough, the internal components are well protected, and the cooling system keeps it from overheating even during long runs. I've pushed it through extended welding sessions, and it hasn't skipped a beat. That kind of reliability is worth the investment, especially when you're relying on it for paid work. Now, it's not perfect for everyone. The price tag is definitely on the higher side, so if you're just doing light hobby work or occasional repairs, this might be overkill. It's really built for professionals or serious DIYers who need a workhorse. Also, while it's portable, it's not exactly lightweight. You'll need some muscle or a helper to move it around regularly, especially if you're lifting it onto a truck bed. So, who's this welder for? If you're running a shop, doing contract welding, or need a machine that can handle multiple processes without breaking a sweat, this Miller is a solid choice. It's reliable, versatile, and built to last. If you're just starting out or only weld occasionally, you might want to look at something more budget-friendly. If you want to check out the Miller Electric Multiprocess Welder, the link is below. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Miller Electric Multiprocess Welder 208 to 575 VAC input sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like multiprocess welder 208 to 575 VAC input and optional Easy Latch TM running gear actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement were off. What stands out about Miller Electric Multiprocess Welder 208 to 575 VAC input is how it seems positioned for buyers who want something practical, easy to understand, and worthwhile beyond the first impression. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Miller Electric Multiprocess Welder 208 to 575 VAC input usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.